Welcome to the Labyrinth video. So today I want to show you how I get around 20 million using a team which isn't full 90s. So yeah, I'll show you the team and how I'm going about it. So my guild that I'm in is called Elite. We're in the top 5 at the moment. I think we're 3rd currently. Yep. So it's a great guild, and my guild laughed at me when I showed them this strategy, but now they have come to realise that white is actually underrated. So here's the team. So Choco Bibi in the 1st position. So I have Macheni at 90. If I put Macheni in instead of Choco Bibi, I actually do less damage overall. I wouldn't do this order if I had Macheni in, but basically Choco Bibi increases the damage. So yeah, I mean, that's interesting. But the other reason this team I want to show you is because one of the characters isn't 90, which a lot of people don't have enough 90 characters yet. So if that's the case, then you can go ahead and put Choco Bibi in there and get some great results. So he's in 1st. He has a passive which increases the skill damage of your entire team for 3 turns when he dies. That's why I've got him in position 1. You can also put him in position 2 and he can die a little bit later potentially. But this is how I'm running it at the moment. It's not the most efficient setup I've got, but it's good enough to show you guys at this stage, I think. So next you want a damage dealer who can survive. So Mira is ideal for this, but you can put in Bam or somebody else who can do damage and stay alive. 3rd position is your defense break character. So in this case I'm using Green April. She's the worst taunt character in the game for this setup, but it's the only one I've got, so we're running with it. Next up we've got Dank Jahad. D stands for Dank. Yeah, he's great, and he's going to be one of the main damage dealers. I'll show you a screenshot of him just at S rank at the end of this, because at just S rank he was almost keeping up with Mira. Not quite, but he's good. Kun, universally good, and White. So you need Kun's great. You can't really replace Kun. Jahad you can replace with a damage dealer. White you can replace with any person that can stun. So Macheni could replace White. But I personally like White the most because his relic gives counter attack. And you'll notice I'm not running a healer in this team. The reason I'm not running a healer is because everyone has lifesteal gear on, or similar. I will quickly show you that at the end, but yeah, this comp runs without a healer. Okay, so going into this fight, what you want to do is use the whoa, still recording? Yeah, so you want to use the defense break first. You can use it 2nd turn, but I like to get rid of as many cards as possible. What you want to do is save. Oh, the Kun's C2 gives him the attack, gets the attack boost going, which is great. But yeah, the white cards you want to save. That's the important thing for the 1st turn. Okay, so I'm probably not going to play 100% optimal here, but I will show you the strategy. Turns 3 and 4 are quite vital. So yeah, another thing with this comp is because we have counter attack and lifesteal. And I've tried to get counter-attack on the substats. You'll see quite a lot of counter-attacks, which probably contribute around 3 million damage overall. And the total damage for this run should be like 18 to 20 million. Maybe less because the enemies are on low health, and some of the relics give more damage if the enemies are on 50% health. And they won't be proccing at the moment. But no matter, we'll do what we can do, guys. Okay, so white C3 is ready to go, but we won't be using that until the next turn. For now, we just want to be getting as much damage as possible going, using Mira and Jahad C2. Any damage dealers will be okay here. I want to save that white card as well. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do this turn. So the C2 for April, one of the reasons she's so terrible for this comp is her C2 taunts. And I don't want to taunt because that's going to limit my counterattacks. And I really like getting counterattacks off. One of the enemies is already dead. This is unfortunate because it's going to lower the overall damage. Okay, so turn 3. White goes first turn 3. The reason being is because the enemy will debuff on turn 3 to lower our crit chance. And we don't want lower crit chance. We want to be critting as much as possible. Crit as much as possible, getting the Kun's damage built up. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then ideally we want to get another white card, because at turn 3 the enemy gives you a debuff for the crit damage. Normally you can see it on the moves they use. And then turn 4 they give themselves a defense buff. Or at least the boss does. I mean, I've not fought just 3 of them before. Yeah, so they're using the chain too, so we don't want the defense buff to proc. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I stun them. White's not the best stun character, but like I say, he brings counter attack and he brings stun. So I think, and everyone has him. So for those reasons, he's a great option. Just go ahead and throw some cards away here. I'll get that defense buff going, attack buff going. So white goes first to make sure the stun happens. Yep, that should be good. Hopefully the setup will work. Okay, yep, so we got the stun off. So no defense buffs coming from them. So like I say, turn 3, stop. If you can get the stun off, it'll stop the crit debuff happening. And turn 4, if you can get the stun off, it'll stop the defense buff for the enemy happening. And then you can go ahead and just start wailing on the enemy. Now, because Choco Bibi died turn 2, I think it was, the 3 turns after he dies, you get 30% skill damage, which is fantastic. And then another thing is I don't like to use the Mira or Jahad cards if I don't have the C2s available. I want to have as many C2s as possible. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just finish this run now, but I'll record all of it. So yeah, like I said, this comp, you can replace quite a few units in here. It's really versatile. I do think there's a lot of merit to not running a healer. I think not running a healer is running lifesteal gear is not something I've seen many people do. I'm not sure it's optimal, but it's certainly increased my damage from around 15 million to 20 million. White C2 heals him, which is great because not everyone has lifesteal gear here. White doesn't, for example. I rely on his C2 to heal. So yeah, White's got the C2 to heal. Mira doesn't have lifesteal gear because she doesn't really need it. Jahad does. April does, Kun does. You just, lifesteal wise, you've just got to use what you've got to keep yourself alive. I also have the, when I was using Machete in this competition, I was using the relic, which gives, what's it give? It heals you for a percentage of your attack every turn. So when I was running Machete, I didn't run lifesteal gear with her. I just use that relic to keep her alive. So yeah, I mean, just mix your relics up and your gear to make sure you've got survivability. I don't think you have to run a healer. At the end of this, I'll show you, my gear isn't amazing, but you might be looking at my team now thinking, oh, you know, I could do this with some sick gear, but my gear isn't all that. It's really not. See, one of the problems though with this comp is, if you're running Machete, then you have a lot of C1s you can spam, and that's great. But if you're not running Machete, then you get to the situation where you have too many, you don't have enough mana, and it's very upsetting. But it is what it is. But we're getting up to 15 mil, turn 8 now. It might not be the 20 mil I was hoping for, but I'm sure you can appreciate that. We're losing damage on the fact that the enemies are on above 50%, and we're also losing damage. Sorry, we're losing damage because the enemies are on lower than 50% because of Mira's relic, if you know which one I'm talking about. I'll show you the end. And then we're also losing damage because one of the enemies is dead, and all of our AoE hits are hitting one less person, so it really sucks. So I'm just going to go ahead and okay, it's the best we can do. Way too many white cards, not enough mana. But yeah, for a suboptimal run using a level 10 Choco Bibi here, and the gear isn't amazing, like I say, we're still hitting above 15 mil here. Easily. Okay, and you're going to see the damage at the end and how everyone's contributed. So let's go ahead and get a few big hits off here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, last turn now. It's not going to be great damage. Well, I mean, it's not bad. Look at, I've seen the buff that Jahad gets because of his passive as well. Yeah, so 17.5 mil. Not the best run, but yeah. So there's the damage. As you can see, MVP, Jahad there, Mira doing the work as well. Yeah, I mean, if I had a Bam in here instead of White, I could potentially be doing more. But I do like White's. He contributes to the survivability greatly because of his counter attack. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'm overplaying the counter attack, but I'm gonna be honest. Like, I love the counter attack. Okay, so I'll just show you my gear, just to show you. Like, I'm not using like OP gear. This is Jahad. So he does have legendary attack gear, which is great, obviously, and the earrings. I mean, it is good gear with high level relics, but it's not like I'm using full S rank. Well, here I am using full S rank. She has my best gear, but she's still doing less than Jahad, so that's interesting. With Shenit, I was using her. She's great as well, but that was the gear I was running on her. White. It's got crit hits at S rank. Do you know what? Actually, I take this back. My gear is pretty good. It's, like I say, it's not with White and Green April. We're not on S rank stuff, but you know, it all matches and stuff. So actually, yeah, I'm pretty happy with my gear actually. Relic wise, so we don't have the most DPS heavy relics. We have the damage deflection on Kun, because he doesn't tend to use lifesteal, and he was dying a little bit before I put that on him, and because I don't use the healer, I need to keep everyone alive. Green April, very important, because she doesn't do a lot of damage. We've given her 2 utility relics. One of them is to increase the allies' recovery effect. Does that increase lifesteal's recovery effect? I actually don't know, but I like to think it does. So let's think that's keeping us alive. Her chain 3 lowers the defense. So that's kind of all I bring her for. So I'm hoping this gives me a bit more mana when I use that, so I can get more C2s off with the other characters. Now, I do have White's SS relic, which is one of the main reasons I'm running him. And yeah, the other relic is what it is. Mira, this is the best relic for Mira, I think. Yeah, that's great. And then we've got ambush attack because I had it. And then finally for Jahad. Okay, so yeah, I forgot I did this. So with Jahad, I gave him Dawn Retaliation because I wanted to make sure he gets the attack buff from Kun C1, because that goes to the highest attack character. And then I've given him the Lime Relic because he's not running lifesteal and he will die without lifesteal in my experience. So yeah, again, you can see we've gone for quite a lot of survivability because we've got like the Lime Relic here. We've got the Mira just survives. We've got he doesn't have no lifesteal either. I was running more lifesteal, but whatever. It seems to, as I've tweaked this as I've gone, this is the end result. So yeah, Green April does use lifesteal, and then Kun doesn't use lifesteal, but it does have the damage reflection. So we've got some survivability built into this team. With White doing the stuns on a couple of turns, that helps us survive as well. Yeah, I think that's kind of it for this comp, guys. I hope you found it interesting, because like I say, Choco Bibi team, very interesting. I'll just end the video on this screenshot of this here. Yeah, there we go. And shout out to the Guild Elite. Our Discord link is in the description. If you want to come and join our Discord and chill with us, you're more than welcome. There's quite a lot of Hero Cantare players on there. It's a pretty active server. And yeah, they helped me put this together. I mean, it was their idea to take out machine it and put in Choco Bibi, which is big brain strategy. Level 10 Choco Bibi is great. But yeah, I hope that's helpful. And you know, if you're hitting like less than 10 mil on Labyrinth, I hope this shows you that you can definitely increase your damage without like having like crazy amounts of legendary gear and stuff like that. And I realise Jahad is SS, but I will put a screenshot on screen now of the damage when he was just S rank. But you could replace him with Bam, or Machine, or whoever you've got that can do damage. Okay, I'm going to end the video here. I hope that was helpful, or at least interesting. Golf is out.